Okay, so we're going to look at the lower back portion. So you've done the legs and everything, and we're slowly working up. So we're now looking at, we kind of think where the scapula is, we're kind of looking from that region down. Alright, so this is kind of our portion that we're working on now. Okay, so first thing obviously I need to do is spread a little bit of oil. So we're looking at a bit of diamond effleurage to start with. Alright, so we start up to the scapular region, back out, round and back in. So it's just more about spreading the oil at the moment. It is warming it up a little bit, but it's just about getting that oil spread. Let's get a little bit more on. Oops. So we're on that diamond effleurage, so I keep track of where I should be with you. Alright, into that lateralisation. So I'm lateralising both sides. So again, there's no set X amount, like in Swedish we do X amount of this, we do X amount of that. We're just getting the oil spread, just warming it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to go into a nice light lateralisation. And then I'm going to pull it to the other side. Because at the moment everything's both sides. And then bring that down, and then from there we're going into that reinforced effleurage, up one side, down the other, up one side, down the other. So this is now generating a little bit more heat. That's it. And then as we move on from that, I'm now working opposite side to me only. Alright, so I'm going to come up into that kneading. So it's our normal kneading action, just getting into all the tissue from scapula down to iliac crest, if you like. We can get into those glutes, med and min there still, so I can still get hold of them there. And I'm just kneading away now, right round to the side. Trying to get hold of as much as I possibly can, because it's all that loosening up, breaking it, starting to break things down a little bit. Kneading away, and then into alternate thumbs up erector spinae. So it's a fluent motion now. I'm just slowed it down a little bit. So we're coming up erector spinae again, height of scapulas. If we really wanted to, we could link upper body, upper back and lower back together, and I'd be doing everything big. Yeah. So we'll come down there, and we're looking at two long sweeps because we know erector spinae sweeps right out. Back up, yeah. So I'm going to sweep that up. I mean, I can go again, it doesn't really matter. But we're just putting a little bit more force in now. And then I'm sweeping up again. And then from there, we're into reinforced thumb sweeps from out to up. Yeah, so this is where this one's going down, hand over. This hand's a pivot point now. So I'm doing that. Come up, that, come up, that. Yeah, but it's all reinforced. So now the weight's on my thumb, and that's where I'm pushing in to sweep round, come back, up to sweep round. So I'm going across, up, round, and across the fibres. Yeah, can go again on that, sweeping it up. That's it. So this time I'll put a bit more pressure on. Now I'm going into a real deep lateralisation, so using the heel of my hand now, I'm driving right down it. That's it. And then we're back to the iliac crest, so this can be one-handed, or you can reinforce it along the iliac crest. Just ease it back. Back along the iliac crest, ease it back. That's it. And then I can bring that into glutes, med and min. Just a bit of pressure on, not loads. And then from there we're going to go into some circular finger frictions into glutes, med and min. A little bit of tightness in there. He's not saying nothing. Yeah, and then I'm going to do a push down, pull back. Now I'm really pulling through them there. Pushing down, pulling back. That's it. Happy enough so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can go back to that if I want. There's nothing saying I've got to keep going. Could go back to it, just up and down the Iliac crest, come back in. I could get some fingers in there. If, for instance, fingers are tired,
Get the elbows in.
put the elbow in, and get a tool out, put the tool in, whatever. I could get my thumb into it and do it with my thumb, a bit more specific. But we're going to do some more specific work anyway. But this is just loosening things right down. And then from that, we're going to move around to the other side. Okay, so we'll move it around the other side. I'm going to whiz that down there. That's it. So as I come round, I don't know if you just want to drop round to the other side. So now this is rolling thumbs down, rectus, glutes medium in. So this is where I'm now coming down it, and I'm really getting into it now. So I'm really working my thumbs into that. If I find anything, I can get in now, a bit of thumb friction, so the thumb's in it, it's literally friction in it. Really working it. Again, if I want to. Got a bit of a good one there, so I can get that elbow working on it. I can even, if I want to, get my forearm into it and work that as well.
Just have a camera on his face underneath.
Just get a little bit more oil, because the only downside of putting elbows and that on, they've got no oil on them, so it soon soaks it up. So get back into that, rub it in. That's it. And then we're going to move to a hand at the iliac crest, and this is where I'm going to drive it up now. So from there, I can literally push into it. I can get my fist into that as well, push into that, and get my thumb into it if I want to. I'm just creating a barrier to push up to now.
You're pressing down quite hard a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of force into that. Alright, Jace?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, that's a nice one there. Alright, and then from...
Until you get my legs.
That's it. Yeah, okay, so then from that we're going into a bit of light fist kneading into the glutes now. So this is just nice and light, so you try and relax as much as you can, Jace. That's better. Just light, I'm not hammering them at the moment. A little bit of kneading, so all we're doing is compression but with a little bit of a twist. So we're twisting the fibres. Just helps it, because this is a big muscle group, so it just helps break them down, loosen them down a little bit. That's it. So a little bit of that. Yeah, I can again, which is going to come up in a little bit, I can do some specific fingers in. So this is me in and out, in and out. Yeah, so some specific thumb kneads in and out. Again, there's not a set pattern as such, you know, so you'll pick things up. So that's not Bible, it's not gospel, that has to be done like that and things. Yeah, then I just pick the pace up a little bit now, so I'm going a bit deeper now. That's good. That's it, just working it loose, working it loose. Now I'm going to really start, I'm going to bring the leg up 90 degrees, just get that rock going. So now Piriformis is actually moving backwards and forwards. This is where I can actually, as I do that, I can get my thumb going into it, or I can drop onto my forearm, give it some of this. So it's just working across the muscle. That's it.
It's just side to side with the leg.
Yeah, so I'm that's shortening it, that's lengthening it, shortening it, lengthening it, not all the time. I'm just rocking across it. Could put my elbow into it, just depends how tender it is. Yeah, I'll let these off, Joyce. That's it. And then this is where now, once I've been doing some of this, I could do some METs, I could do some STR, soft tissue release. So we'll do some soft tissue release this time. So, since we've covered it, so we'll get our Piriformis. So if you've lost it and you want it again, just get that greater trochanter, come into it. I'm into it there. I'm going to put a block on when it's short, and then from there I'm going to just stretch it out. Then come back, move it up a bit. Same again.
Can you feel the piriformis, or is it too deep to really?
It's
feel
quite
it?
deep. You can only feel it with your finger pushing through the glutes. But I know where it is, so I'm just pushing in with my fist to put a block on and stretch it out. You feel that stretching, Jace?
Yeah.
Yeah, ease that back off. I'll put that down. It's a nice bruise you got there, Jace. Alright, so we've done that.
That was my own boot.
Where
I
it?
did that, yeah.
So from there now I'm going to trigger point it. So this is where I've got to get right into it now. So I can feel it just there. So from there I'm going to actually, because it's got quite solid glutes, I'm going to literally reinforce my thumb now. So from there, so I'm going in and then into it. So I'm pushing down and in. Feel that, Jace? So we'd have a scale of 1 to 10, 7 being the magic number. I'm going to hold that on for 10 seconds. Come back out, move a bit further up. Same again. Down and in. Hold that for 10 seconds. 7 being the magic number again. Back out. In and down. That's it. And then from there, we'll do a bit of a forearm effleurage one side. So now I'm back up onto the back, just warming it, getting it warm back up again. I mean, I'm doing that. I could lateralise it as well if I wanted. Don't have to just put that on, but it's a nice broad band there for us to sweep up it, come round, right round, getting the outside, sweep back up. Yeah. Happy with that so far?
Yeah.
Then we're going to do a bit of a guided elbow up it. So this is where I'm going to get onto erect spine, and I'm going to do this in 2 strips, to be honest. Alright, so spine, come just inside it, elbow just off the iliac crest, hand comes through, so it's following my hand now, so I'm trapped there now, elbow in. If I stay like that, that's a nice sharp point, so I can ease that off a little bit by just bending my arm down, so from there to there. So Jace, take a nice big breath in for me, and as you start breathing out, I start driving it up. And I'm just going to stop there, come back down, get to the next bit, and then a big breath in, and I want to drive that up. Feel them, Jace?
What's it feel like that? Not good.
That's it. And then from there, I'd now repeat back everything I've just done, but on the other side. And then just imagine I've done the other side, I then come back, just a little bit of effleurage, just to finish. You can come to the top and just effleurage it from there. And then you can come down and get right into those sacral holes again if you want. Yeah. And that's the lower back. Just working that lower bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could put a bit of beating in there. I didn't put any in, but a little bit of light beating on the buttocks just at the early stages, just to warm it up a little bit. Therapeutic, Jace. Quite a nice feeling. Again, going into elements of Swedish, there's nothing stopping, you know, just before I effleuraged, just going into a little bit of a light hack, because it's good for the nerve stimulation. Yeah. And that you could even put in a little bit of a cup if you wanted, just to finish off. You've got a bit of extra time and you want to kill a little bit of time. And if you really want to, you can do a little bit of champagne. That's it. He doesn't know where the next one's going to come, you see. That's all you're doing, it's just a little light hack. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the lower back.
It's a new one for me, that.